I am an oily mess. I have some time before my bus gets here, so hopefully you can hear me. I got an email yesterday that my train from Nice to Aix En Provence was canceled. I think now that I bought a whole new ticket. I think that it was saying that part of my journey got canceled, so the part from Marseille to Aix, which is super close. I think that was the part that was canceled. So anyway, I bought a whole new ticket, and instead of taking me to the city center of Aix, it took me to a TGV station, which is a high-speed intercity train that's not like a simple metro where you can hop from city to city. Anyway, the bus picks you up below the station, which I'm standing up top, didn't realize the whole time. So now I have to wait for another bus. It seems that they run every 15 minutes. I hope that's correct. But yeah, it's just a complicated day. It just got super quiet out of nowhere. Also, a guy driving another bus. I was waiting at a sign that said bus. It literally just said bus and nothing else. So I'm thinking this must be the place. And my map, it just kept telling me to walk over here. But it didn't know that, like, I'm high in the air on this bridge. So yeah, thankfully the guy driving that bus, it's a complicated bus he was driving. It's not the bus. I don't even think it's a bus that transports like passengers. Maybe they're going between two stations or something. I don't know. But different bus. Didn't speak a word of English at all. Somehow helped me figure that I need to be downstairs. So grateful to him. Let's see if I actually make it on the I don't even know where to stand for this bus. Like, I see the sign that's several yards away, but then there's a place right here that looks like the bus is supposed to pull over. So I'll update you guys in case anyone ever visits here and they get off at this station and they need to get to the city center. Where do you stand for the freaking bus? Okay, there was a little trek, not too bad from the train station, but it's slightly uphill, and with a book bag and a sweater on and a tote bag and my luggage, it's too much. But it really wasn't bad. I think the walk back will be much, much easier. Update on the bus from the Aix En Provence TGV station. When you get off your train and you go downstairs to the bus stop, remember, downstairs, just stand at the bus sign that says 40. Don't walk to where it looks like obviously the bus should pull over so cars can by. It's gonna stop right in front of that sign. So thankfully everything worked out perfectly. I'm just here a tiny bit later than I anticipated. I think some receipts fell out of my pocket. Anyway, I don't know if I have any first impressions just from my walk. The city seems to be a little more modern than I expected and would have liked. Like, I really like how Paris looks so old and the architecture and everything. So they do have some of that. Like the street that I'm staying on, there's some of that. So I'm going to try and see if they have like an old town. They probably don't, but I'm going to eat some of my leftovers from the Chinese place yesterday because I just need to sit still for a minute and cool off. And then I'm going to go out and explore. It's also Sunday and a lot is closed, like most cities in France. Could be a European thing, but a lot of things close on Sunday. Also, I'm only here, I'm not going to count today. I'm here for 2 full days. And I had toyed with staying a night or 2 in Marseille and then the rest of the time here and vice versa. But looking up things about Marseille, it's a much bigger city than I anticipated. I thought it would be like one of the many small towns along the coast or something. It is not, and I think it's too big to try and do a day trip from here, especially since I only have those 2 full days. I'm definitely going to spend them in Aix, even if there isn't much to do. I do know that they have some museums here, so I think tomorrow, assuming that they're open, I'm going to do that one of the days, and we'll think of something else. But yeah, Marseille is just gonna have to come in the next trip. I do know that a lot of people who do not like Paris, they say that they like Marseille. I'm a Paris, it's my favorite city on earth. I'm a Paris lover. Something's telling me I'm not really gonna like Marseille, but looking up pictures of it, it looked almost identical to Paris except just a little bit smaller. So I don't know. Either way, we ain't gonna find out till the next time I'm in France. So I'll see you guys when I step out of the house. It is the next day. I'm fully clothed, but I have on my pajama shirt because I spent the better part of the last hour, maybe it was only like 30 minutes, it felt like forever, chasing a mosquito around this house. I hate that a lot of places in Europe, they just get really stuffy, so you need the windows open, but screens are not a thing. So before, I've been dealing with flies getting in. Now we've run into mosquitoes, and mosquitoes love me. I don't know why. I don't have the type of blood that they like. It literally has been chasing me more than I've been chasing it. So that's all irrelevant. It's the afternoon. It's 12:43, so the early afternoon. And I didn't really sleep in, but I laid in bed and then I sat on the couch watching YouTube and stuff. I just don't feel like doing anything today. I know I said I was going to go to the museum, so if I don't do it today, I'm absolutely going to do it tomorrow, but I just feel like being lazy. So at some point today, I'll go out, but I'll probably just go and sit down somewhere and have a meal. Maybe find a happy hour or something, or just have a drink, because I didn't buy any wine for this place because I'm only here briefly, and I feel like if I'm not gonna finish it, I don't want to buy it and waste it. So yeah. And then it seemed like the grocery store I did go to yesterday doesn't sell alcohol on Sundays, so whatever. So I'll see you guys again once I actually leave out, but for now I'm sitting around doing nothing and enjoying it, aside from this mosquito. All right, I'm checking in hot and sweaty as usual because I did go out. I went for a decent walk, and I was hungry. So there are a lot of places to eat around here. Some, I feel like they be labeled as like fast food. Like this place I went to last night, another kebab place, much better than, I don't even remember where I had the one before where I was like, it just wasn't that good. Was it in Nice? I don't know. It could have been in Paris, but it was much better than that. But that's fast food. There's Chinese, it says Chinese/Japanese. So I guess they have both types of food there right across from where I'm staying. And there's a place I kind of want to try it. They have what looks like chicken tenders, some kind of fried chicken, but the sauces on it look so good in the picture at least. And it seemed kind of busy yesterday. It's like takeout only. So one day I may go there. I also just passed this Korean place that I think tonight I'm gonna go and pick up something. These places are so tiny. I don't feel like going to sit in anywhere. I like going to get the food and bringing it back here. Anyway, I didn't know what I had the taste for just now, or rather I didn't have the taste for anything that I saw. So I decided I wanted a sandwich. I put in boulangerie in my maps and walked around to a few until I found one that just had, the baguette sandwiches. So I got a plain ham and cheese one. But the thing is, these induction cooktops, the thing is, it said in the sign that was very, very faded, but I saw it said beurre, which is butter. It's like literal, like pads of butter. It's interesting to eat. Butter is one of those things, butter and like I might as well be having a spoonful of mayonnaise or something. It's just one of those things where I love to spread it on things. I don't want to bite into it. So that's interesting, but I specifically got it because I wanted a fresh baguette sandwich versus if I go to like Monoprix or something, those sandwiches are soft because you can't preserve baguettes. I can't tell you the amount of times where I Googled how do French people preserve their baguettes because I have no business eating a whole one. And somebody finally responded and was like, Not to me, but they were like, is this a trick question? Like, they don't. They buy it the day of and they eat it. So yeah, but I like the crispiness of it. And lastly, I got a pain au chocolat. All right, it's bad lighting. It's once again the late afternoon, but I just left out. I'm going to the museum. First, we're gonna go get a pain au chocolat, just so I can have something additional on my stomach. For some reason here, I just want to stay in the house and chill. Like, I can't wait to go back and eat my leftover dinner. But I'm forcing myself to leave out and do something. Could be because I've been, switching cities every few days or so. But I really like just hanging out here, doing nothing, going for my walks, and going back in. This light is killing me. Okay, we're about to hit the sun. But I forgot to mention, today's my birthday, and I'm not into birthdays, so I literally never really pay attention to when it's coming up or the day it happens. So I think that's the real reason why I was like, let me go ahead and do something. But tomorrow I go to a new city. It'll be my last city up the stop. And that's when I think I'm really celebrating, quote unquote. But anyway, we got the goods as usual, so heading to the museum now. Okay, I found some sun to talk to you so we don't have to deal with the fluctuating light. I'm just leaving the museum. It was amazing. The ticket is €8 and then I spent $3.50 on an audio guide, which I could have done without, but I enjoyed it. The thing is, they'll spend several minutes talking to you in the audio guide about one painting, and you kind of want to walk through sometimes, so that kind of got annoying. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, but I want to, hear the whole story. I didn't realize I accidentally walked through backwards, so once I was done, something told me retrace your steps and go through this museum again. And when I did that, I realized I didn't see the Cezanne section, so I saw a sign for that, and then I went through that gallery, and then I thought I was done again, and then I was going downstairs and about to walk out, and I saw, oh, archaeology is downstairs. I realized I forgot to go down there and see that. So that section was really small. I think part of it was closed off. Yeah, it must have been. It seemed like they were missing too much. But I stumbled upon more Renaissance paintings, which are my favorite, and specifically Renaissance Madonna and Child paintings. They had a ton downstairs. So it was all very, very nice. Also, the chapel right here, it's closed today, but it opens tomorrow, and I leave tomorrow, so that kind of sucks because I saw some people say that the chapel was their favorite part. But anywho, I think I'm about to go find a cocktail somewhere and sit down and people watch. I only popped on here to say that last night for dinner, I said I was going to go to that Korean place, but I went and it was closed. Things can get tricky in Europe. A lot of places close just for lunch, so they'll close at 2:30 or 3 and then open back up at 7 p.m. or something like that. This place did not do that. I walked over there and they were closed, so I walked around for a minute trying to figure out what I wanted to eat because that's the daily struggle. I'm hungry, I do want something, everything looks good, but I don't have the taste for particular things. Camera shaking. So I saw this place that had tacos and stuff. It's called Nachos. And they had something on the menu called a fajita. I'm looking at it and I'm like, that looks like a burrito. So I went in, I got it. I thought that it was gonna be trash. Some things you get used to eating in your country, then you go and have them somewhere else, like Chipotle. I've had Chipotle in Paris. I did not like it, but I love Chipotle. I'm thinking, oh, it's not even gonna be that great. I ended up getting like this sauce that I was charged extra for just to make sure like it had some flavor. Didn't need it. Nachos, get the burrito. I got the barbacoa. I never get barbacoa from Chipotle. It's so good. So I'm eating the rest of it. For some reason, the dinners that I've been getting, like when I just pick up something to bring back, they're so big that who eats all of that in one setting? Probably nobody. I am just out here on my post-lunch walk, and I looked over and saw this huge park. I'm just gonna wander through it.